Tousi TV. Welcome to you. Obviously, this is another day of uncertainty for global markets as we do anticipate what is next. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it is slightly chaotic, mostly because the Islamic Republic side are chaotic. They have been flip-flopping for the past 48 hours. 1 minute saying they're not coming, then they say we have conditions, we might turn up. But the reality is not because they are playing some sort of trick. It's because they don't know exactly where they stand. You've got different factions trying to call the shots. You've got at least 3 factions right now in Iran. You've got the actual IRGC with the military side, whose head of military currently is so brave that he's hiding in a tunnel. We also have the second group, which are the clerics, the mullahs, the ayatollahs, whose leader is a cardboard and with allegedly 1 leg. And you've got the third side, which is the official government side, the foreign minister and the so-called president, who nobody really likes at this point, even inside the regime. Their only friend seems to be Tucker Carlson. That's why they don't even know what they're doing. So right now, President Trump has basically trapped them. If they sign the deal, it is what I would call a surrender deal. And if they don't sign a deal, well, it's also a bit of an end for them.
You know, I'm just reading through a new True Social from President Trump. It's a lengthy one. It just came out just within the last couple of minutes. He says out of the gate of it, the deal that we are making with Iran will be far better than the JCPOA, commonly referred to as the Iran nuclear deal, penned by President Obama. It goes on to say, if a deal happens under Trump, it will guarantee peace, security, and safety, not only for Israel and the Middle East, but for Europe, America, and everyone else. This has been the message from this president for quite some time on that. Meanwhile, this is Iran's president to state media saying, quote, while standing firm against threats, every rational and diplomatic route should be used to reduce tensions. This as we wonder if they will come to the table in those talks this weekend. Jack Keane seems to think so. Listen.
The foreign minister is sidelined, although he's in the deals. He's not really relevant other than the fact that he has relationships with our negotiating team. They clearly know how much damage has been done to them, and it's significant. On our side of it, and what the Iranians are counting on, is that the will of the American people in terms of their resolve puts pressure on the administration to end the war. And they focus on that.
So how about you? Do you believe that they will come to the table and show up for these talks?
Yes, I think they will at the end of the day. The reason for that is because of the division I mentioned, they also know that they can't really afford another conflict, although it might not be up to them anymore. The reason that a lot of people until now have been worried somehow that President Trump is going to do some sort of soft deal is because of obviously the predecessors, including Obama. The reality is that when people say President Trump is a deal maker, it's not a deal maker for the sake of any deal, not like diplomatic deal makers that we've had throughout the consensus that we've had. The reality is that President Trump will get a deal that he wants. He's shown that when he was in the business world, as obviously in real estate and everything else, and that has made it slightly difficult for the regime in Iran, because the deal that President Trump wants might not actually end up being a savior for the regime.
President Trump ended that True Social with this. The deal will be something that the entire world will be proud of instead of the years of embarrassment, he says, and humiliation that we've been forced to suffer due to incompetent and cowardly leadership. Signed, President Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see where all it goes next. All right, John?
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.